Thank you for tuning into this update. I'm Joshua Dobi. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes of your time. I know I'm doing this with greater frequency, and especially because of where things are economically and in the markets right now, I just think that that's more important during times like this. So I truly appreciate your increased frequency in being willing to hear from me. Let me go ahead and dive right into it. The primary thing that I wanted to relay to you today, twofold, really part of the same idea though, twofold. We just got our most recent hot print with regards to inflation. Hot print meaning just our most recent data point with regards to inflation. Still north of 8%, and core inflation still at a very high level. Core inflation is just that top line CPI number minusing the more volatile food and energy aspects of it. And we're still north of 8%. Market reacted negatively to that, probably because there is anticipation that there is going to be a significant rate hike again when the Federal Reserve meets the first week of November. That was already pretty well known by those of us who watch this kind of thing with regularity, but I think the market maybe just believes it a little bit more at this point because of this kind of data point indication, and that very likely is going to be the case, meaning we're going to have another big increase. At this point, relative to what we're seeing out there, it's probably going to be another 75 basis points, or 0.75%. I'm coming to you with that idea and then the corollary idea that I'm going to touch on next with regards to the markets. It's challenging right now. No two ways about it. And what makes it even more challenging is the duration of time. Essentially, since almost exactly a year ago, we've been coming off of a high and that bottomed out in June. We fluttered back up again in July, came a little step down in August. September was pretty miserable from a market-based standpoint if you're looking at both the stock market and the bond markets valuation-wise. So we are pretty much at and a little bit below the lows, depending upon how you measure the market, of where we were in mid-June. And so the prolonged nature of that makes it more challenging. No two ways about it. However, as I've said to you previously, there is a very definable course out of this. Challenge is it's going to take a little while, meaning it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen very quickly. We as an economy need to get to a space where we can actually see the effects of all of these rate hikes, which we've had here over the last 6 months. It takes about 12 months. I know you've heard me say that any number of times before, but I need to say it again. It takes about 12 months with an economy of our size, approximately 27 trillion in GDP. It takes about 12 months for us to fully understand what that means as it percolates out to all of the different areas of the economy. That's also the time frame that I have in mind before the market begins to resettle. I anticipate at this point that the Federal Reserve is going to stop raising interest rates either by the end of this year, there's a November meeting and also a December meeting, or perhaps one additional one in the first quarter of next year. As they do that, I anticipate that the market is going to be resettling and that we're going to get a push forward. As I said previously, it's very definable in my world. The tough part is getting to there from here, and I know it. My statements are looking like yours. If you are long in the market or long in the bond end of things, it is a frustrating time. However, as we know from previous occasions in all manner of downturns, but especially this kind, we know there's a pathway out of it. We just need to be mindful of where we are in the cycle right now and not make decisions in too rash of a way. Because if we do, historically what that has shown to happen is that it creates more downside possibility than upside possibility in doing that. Doesn't mean that it's wrong to make tweaks or adjustments to a plan along the way, but it does mean that if we're just reacting to what's happening in the moment, generally speaking, that doesn't provide us the best probabilities going forward. So as challenging as it is right now, there is a pathway out of this, and I absolutely believe that we will get there. The challenge is the time frame. We still have a ways to go from where we are right now, but we definitely can get there from here. As always, I appreciate so much your willingness to take a few minutes here. I'm going to cut this one quick and short because I'm probably going to be back with you here in the next several days or a week or so with another update, letting you know where we see things. Always, always, always. Feel free to reach out to us. Your thoughts, your questions, you'd like to chat about the markets, your portfolio. You know I'm always willing to do that. If you'd like to chat about what you're doing this fall season or about how your favorite football team is doing, if you're a Steelers fan or a Panthers fan, it's been a long season already. Let's hope some things turn around and we get recalibrated a little bit and see what happens to the balance of the season. Well, friends, again, I appreciate so much your time. And until that next time, I'll look forward to talking with you soon.